The Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, wherever you are tuning in to INCRadio New York. Good morning. I am Sister Abby Hidalgo, your host for today. And hopefully later on in the show, we'll have some other brethren to join us. But before we get into our main topic, we'll be talking about sweet potatoes. I know it's a versatile and nutritious vegetable, and it can be used in a variety of savory dishes to sweet desserts. This is considered a superfood vegetable. And it's, something that a lot of people enjoy. So today on our show, we will share our favorite dishes, recipes, and we'll learn some fun facts about sweet potatoes. You know, that orange little uh, vegetable that you see in the supermarket. And I know it's like in the restaurants, some people prefer sweet potato fries versus regular French fries. But we'll, talk all about sweet potatoes. And Brother Lance, good morning. How are you doing today?
Good morning, Abby. How are things there?
Things are okay. I don't know how it is up in upstate New York, but I have a little bit of snow. Do you have snow
We
there?
don't have we don't have snow, at least from Rochester to Syracuse.
Oh, really?
But Buffalo to the state line of Pennsylvania, the I-90, which is one of the major road highways. The commercial vehicles are banned because they had, I think, maybe a foot or two of snow over the last night. There was a major snowstorm there. So
Oh,
they ban
really?
all vehicles that are commercial vehicles, so such as trucks, anything that's transporting big items, basically. Those are all
Oh,
prohibited to go on that road. But you can still, I think, go on I-90 if it's just a regular vehicle. But it
okay.
is a harsh weather to go back.
Yeah, I think I saw on social media there was like a chart in Pennsylvania. I was like, in Pennsylvania, these are like the vehicles that are restricted, and like there's like different tiers. And I was like, did they really have like? I thought it was an ice storm or something, but wow, that's. I mean, it is winter time, or it's becoming winter time, so it's kind of expected. But I guess we weren't really prepared for a foot of snow in that area.
No, I don't think
No.
anyone's expecting it, but it is what it is.
Yep. Well, surprisingly, Rochester is still snow free, so so
Yeah,
you have a little
I
bit
am
of time.
surprised. I'm actually kind of glad that I don't have to plow the snow this morning when I had to head to Syracuse.
Yeah, yeah, I know that's the thing I'm dreading about is clearing the snow. But anyways, we can go on to our main topic. But first, we'll do one fun fact question for those in the YouTube live chat. Please answer. Do you know how many varieties of sweet potatoes are there? It doesn't have to be an exact amount, but just give a ballpark number about how many varieties of sweet potatoes. It's actually more than what I thought.
Is it
But
more than one?
there is more than one. I didn't know. There's like there's a bunch of varieties, so it's
So it's
really
not just the orange sweet potato that you get from like restaurants with your steak.
no. It's there's like you wouldn't even consider like there's not. I know ube is not considered a sweet potato. I think it's like a different category, but like there's purple sweet potatoes or purple yams or something like that, and there's like there's Korean version, like Korean sweet potatoes, and there's like Japanese ones because it's Turkey Thanksgiving in America, so there was a
Mhm.
lot of sweet potatoes around, and I was like, oh, I didn't know there was these type of varieties, but yes, there is a large amount. But anyways, um, What is your favorite way, Brother Lance, to cook or prepare sweet potatoes or to
Sweet
consume sweet
potato.
potatoes?
At least for me, I like to just put it in the oven and wrap it in like foil.
Mm-hmm.
Then you can like just let it bake in there. I guess it's called baking.
Baking.
Baking a sweet potato. Then after the sweet potato is like nice and soft in the inside, crack it open in the half, and I put
Yes.
a little butter. And some people like cinnamon, but I just put like brown sugar. Or
Mm.
if you want it to be really a little healthier, you can substitute honey also. But that's all kind of sweets. I mean, sweet potato itself is a little sweet already, but like if you just want a little more sweetness to it, then you can add sugar. Uh, Apart from that, there's also called the kamote Q in Philippines, which is basically they chop into like tiny small pieces. Well, it looks like potato chips basically, and then they
Okay.
fry it with brown sugar, and it's like a local snack that you have as merienda or mid-afternoon snack that you get to have. So that's two ways that I like to prepare my sweet potato. Apart from that, I don't really. I, I heard there's also sweet potato pie, so
Yeah, I never tried it. I seen it in the store. I'm assuming it's sweeter. But yeah, I agree with you. I like the roasted sweet potatoes. You know, even like I know there's different ways to even bake it. Like you can do it without aluminum foil around it. And I don't know what the difference is, or you can like wrap it in an aluminum foil and roast it that way. But there's the taste is different. So that's how I also prefer it. Good morning, Brother Christian. How are you doing on this lovely Saturday morning?
Good morning. Sorry, I'm so glad. I'm glad I was able to make it because there's so many things happening right now downstairs. So
Yeah, we understand. But we're talking about sweet potatoes, and Brother Lance liked it baked, or roasted. Or how do you like your sweet potatoes?
I actually also like it baked, but I think my favorite way to prepare it would be like eating it as like French fries, so like sweet potato fries.
Mm.
I feel like those are like the best staple food that you can get as like a side snack or something.
Have you ever made sweet potato French fries, or you usually have it ordered?
It's already ordered. Or like it comes in the package already,
the
so
Yeah,
frozen
yeah, yeah.
package.
I just gotta throw it in,
All right. So we have Sister Joydy says Google says there's more than 6,000 varieties of sweet potatoes. Um, I believe that could be true, but in the source that I found, it's over 400. So over 400 or over 6,000. There's probably like some hybrid version of sweet potatoes when people like when scientists or farmers crossbreed different types of varieties to make us like a different flavor or like highlight this different color or whatnot. So yeah, a lot more than what you think or what you see in the grocery store. Another fun fact or fun question: what are some vitamins sweet potatoes are rich in? Okay, so we're also later on the show we'll talk about the benefits of sweet potatoes. But yeah, so answer in the chat. Um, and to Brother Lance or Brother Christian, do you prefer sweet potatoes or regular potatoes? I don't know who wants to answer
Sweet potato. Regular potato is kind of boring.
yeah, no, I was gonna say the same thing. I was like, I'm always like my go-to is if there's no option for sweet potato, then I will go with regular potato fries. But there's an option, then I will always go with the better option, which
the
is
better option? Is it really just the flavor, or I don't know? Because I think I prefer regular potatoes because I think they're more versatile. Yeah, you
Hmm.
can do it. You can like
I mean,
have it.
come to think about it, you can put potatoes, the regular potatoes, at least in most of the dishes in Filipino food.
Yeah,
You
it's like
can have loaded potatoes, which is like just
all the cheese, sour cream, butter,
yeah,
and
all the junk
bacon
in
bits.
one.
So yeah, like could you put sweet potatoes in soups like how you do with regular potatoes? Like I've never. I feel like they'll become too mushy if they were in
I don't think
soups.
I don't think I have ever seen a sweet potato soup. Is that a thing? I mean, I've seen pumpkin soup, but not like sweet potato soup.
There could be one. I don't know because I guess because you know like you have like the clam chowder, you can add regular potatoes to make it thicker or whatnot. Like, is there a soup that has those like sweet potato bits, or can you make a sweet potato soup? I'm just wondering if anyone in that's tuning in knows a recipe for sweet potato soups.
There is actually a sweet potato soup. So yes, the answer to that question is definitely yes. You can make it into soups. It's a great addition. It adds like a little bit of a sweetness to it. So
Huh. Okay. All right. I don't know. I mean, have you ever tried? I know Brother Lance mentioned it earlier. Have you ever tried sweet potato pie, Brother Christian?
not pie, but definitely the fry. I'm bringing it back to the fries.
I think like that's like the most common way people know about sweet potatoes is like sweet potato fries. Like I remember when like in the restaurant when they first mentioned it's like, "Oh, do you want regular fries or sweet potato fries?" I'm like, "Oh, I never had sweet potato fries."
Sorry, since we're in the context of talking about fries, sweet potato waffle fries. That's
Yeah.
the winner right there.
Yes, cuz I feel like there's more surface area, right? But I think waffle fries in general I prefer over like regular fries cuz it's you get the crispiness all over.
That's true. I'm just reading the chat right now, and let's see. We have from Sister Sandy Ramos. She says sweet potato chips from stew are delicious. So those are very. I guess those are ways that you can eat sweet potatoes. We also got from Sister Mila Hidalgo saying, wait, I just saw it. I lost it. Wait, no, I lost it. It went too fast.
Hold on, I'll try to look for you.
Oh,
Oh,
here
she
she
uses
says,
sweet potatoes and pinakbet. So
yes,
that
there you
is
go.
a vegetable dish in the Philippines. I think
Yeah,
specifically the Ilocos region. But there's different varieties throughout the Philippines. But I didn't know that you could uh, use sweet potatoes in other dishes. Have you ever tried sweet potato leaves? You know, like sweet potatoes grow in the grounds, and to get their nutrients and whatnot, you have like the sweet potato tops. So, have you ever tried the sweet potato leaves or tops?
no, I have not.
I think we
But
call it. Sorry for my American language or American accent. I think it's called kamuti tops. So they're like sweet
oh,
potato, right?
then
Yeah, that
yes,
sounds familiar.
it's kamote tops. There
Yeah.
you go.
I didn't know. I just learned this recently that they're from sweet potatoes. So I didn't know that until my mom told me. And I was like, oh, so that's where they come from. I thought it was just some regular leafy plant that had no association to potatoes. But yes. Um, we have Sister Jennifer. My mom loves sweet potatoes. She used the air fryer to make kamote cues. So yeah. Do you have an air fryer, Brother Christian?
I do.
Do
So now
you is that what you
I will
use to make
definitely
your
be
sweet
buying
potato
some
fries?
potatoes.
I'm sorry.
I said I will definitely be buying some potatoes
Yes.
and air frying them soon.
Yeah,
Oh,
I know that it's a very useful kitchen tool, and there's a lot of recipes out there that uses the air fryer, and it makes it like I guess a healthier option since you're not compared to frying. So it has that crispy texture. I don't have an air fryer, but this is what I've learned. Um, that gives
so
the texture of frying, but it's healthier. Yes, Brother Christian.
in our YouTube comments, from Sister Riza Katindig, she says sweet potato is better in fish stew. That's actually
Ooh.
interesting. Now I'm really curious to how fish stew would taste like with sweet potatoes though.
Yeah, because because the taste of it, comparing sweet potatoes to regular potatoes, I guess don't really have a taste, right? Well, sweet potato, not they absorb the flavor of what they're cooked with, right? I'm with my limited cooking knowledge, but with sweet potatoes, they're sweet. So I'm just wondering how that alter the flavor of the overall dish? Like, does the sweet potato make it a sweeter soup? So but I guess it's the whole like sweet and savory mismatch, not mismatch, matching of flavors. I don't know. Brother Mike Burnell says, "How come when Filipinos drop something or make a mistake, they say "ay kamote"? I hear that at work a lot. I honestly don't even know that phrase. I never heard it before. So, how about you, Brother Christian? Have you ever heard that phrase
Actually,
before?
I don't know. Maybe that depends. I mean, my friends are weird, so maybe if Sister Miko was on, she'd probably know.
Maybe, yeah. And then Sister Sandy Ramos says you can put it in nilaga, I think. Okay. I guess you could do that. So I guess cooking, making recipes are all experimental. So you can have your own twist to creating or making dishes. Brother Cliff Stirba says sweet potato casserole with marshmallows for Thanksgiving next year or maybe New Year's. But doesn't that defeat the whole purpose of the health benefits of sweet potato? Like, if the stuff that you add to it, does that cancel out the health benefits? What do you think, Brother Christian?
I want to say yes, but I don't know. I mean, maybe it's the natural sweetness in the sweet potato that's like, it's not like you're adding sugar into your whatever you're cooking, right? If it's already sweet, if something's already sweet and you're not, if something is naturally sweet already and you're adding it to your cooking, then I don't know. Does that make sense? It makes sense in my head, but
Yes. Brother Cliff says, of course, it defeats the purpose. Because, like, yes, you have the marshmallows, you have the sugar, and all that stuff added. And, that if you add too much to it, then it kind of defeats the purpose of the health benefits of sweet potatoes. But on the topic of health benefits, does anyone in the chat know what are some vitamins that sweet potatoes are rich in? I know we probably forgot about that question, but I didn't see any answers yet, but we'll give you a couple more minutes to answer. But they are rich in vitamins and certain nutrients. And we mentioned that sweet potatoes are a superfood. So they're rich in a lot of good stuff that is good for you. What do you think they're rich in, Brother Christian?
I know definitely one of them is vitamin C. So, yeah, I'll say vitamin C.
Yes. So they are rich. They're a good source of fiber, like any vegetable. They have the macronutrients like starch, fiber, and they do have some protein. And they're good for people who are wanting to control their sugars. Those who are diabetics, because it has a low glycemic index, so you don't get those spikes of sugars in your bloodstream. However, if you put obviously like sugar, those added stuff like sweet stuff, that defeats the purpose of it being a good blood sugar stabilizer. Okay, let's see. And they're more nutritious compared to spinach and broccoli. So if you like sweet potatoes and you don't like spinach or broccoli, you're, having those good nutrients. But other than vitamin C, like what Brother Christian mentioned, they're also rich in vitamin A and B6. So and they're good food for antioxidants, and they have anti-inflammatory properties, which also helps with your joints and whatnot. And they're also rich in vitamin A, which is good for your eyes. Excuse me, I'm getting over a cold. so so yeah. What else? Do you know one fun fact question? What state has the sweet potato as their official vegetable? So this is a state in the US. So answer in the chat if you know what state has the sweet potato as their official vegetable. And then we have Brother Cliff in the chat, our guest for usually our health topics. He says, don't forget potassium. So they're also rich in potassium. And beta carotene, vitamin D, A, and potassium. That's what Sister Joydy put as well. I know you, Brother Christian, you mentioned that you like sweet potato fries. Is there any other type of way you like sweet potatoes? Like mashed, boiled, or roasted, or I don't know. Can you make like spaghetti? Like, you know, you have the spaghetti squash. Can you make maybe spaghetti sweet potato as a alternative? I don't know.
I don't know, maybe, but I think definitely like sweet potato wedges. So if anyone knows what those are, they're literally just the potato being cut in wedges. And then when you I like them either roasted or baked. A lot more healthier than deep frying it and all that oil. So
Yes.
For a little health benefit. There you
I
go.
know, yeah. So we talked briefly about all the health benefits of sweet potatoes, but the best way to get those health benefits is really boiling. When I was researching this, it's like, and you should boil it with the skin on because most of the nutrients are on the skin. So it's best to keep the skin on. Obviously, you have to wash it very well because they are grown in the ground. So you don't want like dirt in your dishes. So wash it very well, and the best way is to boil it. And when picking sweet potatoes, I usually just check if they're like bruised or whatnot, or if they have those roots, or if it looks, dry or what, it doesn't look good. But the ones who have the most vibrant color have the most nutrients. So that's pretty interesting. So I mean, I still wouldn't be able to tell which potato looks vibrant in the store still, but I guess if it looks like a densely colored thing, then that's most likely will have the most nutrients. But essentially everything except deep frying will have the most nutrients. So I know we like our sweet potato fries, but deep frying them, unfortunately, you lose the health benefits a touch. So yes.
So, Sister Abby, I know we asked the fun fact about what state it makes sweet potato their official vegetable, right? And can you take a guess what it is? Before we get to I saw the chat. Someone said it. Do you know?
I do. Well, I do know. I know the answer, but I see the answer in the chat, so you can read it, Brother Christian.
Yeah. So I think Brother Philip Souther was the one that said it first. So he says North Carolina, and is he correct?
Yes, he is correct. Yes. So and then Sister Edwina Gurzan says use sweet potatoes in a frittata. It's tastier and healthier than that potato. So I guess the regular potatoes. So yeah. So
sorry, Brother Cliff is making me So Brother Cliff is like my on-screen TV dad, and he's making me really hungry right now because he's talking about sweet potato cuts in half with extra virgin olive oil on the cut side, cinnamon, then bake at 400. That sounds so good right now.
It does sound good.
With honey. Ooh.
It does sound good, and you have cinnamon, which is I think good it has antioxidant properties if I remember correctly, and you have the olive oil, which is good fat, and it's baked, so it kind of preserves the nutrients. So Brother Cliff, I'm going to ask, how long do you bake it for? I want to try this recipe, so I would like to know how long you should bake it for at 400.
You know what? for time's sake, since it's already we're getting
Yeah.
close to the end of our show, why don't you let us know and we'll say it on our next episode next week.
Yes.
But um,
So
this sounds really good. Just saying.
yes, thank you. Oh well, quickly, we'll have some activities to announce for New York. This coming Monday, December 2nd, there'll be a booklet special gathering at 8 p.m. at your respective local congregations. So contact your booklet president or CFO officers on when and where. Where your special gathering will be for those who are married. Um, and we'll go on to our hashtag winners from last week's show. So the top three, the third place is Londonderry and Portland. Number two is a local congregation of Boston. And number one is Albany. So congratulations to the local congregations that made our top three. And then our top hashtaggers are Sister Alma, which is number three. Number two is Sister Marosa Jose, and number one is Brother Harry Davis. So congratulations, brethren, for being our most active people in the chat. Any other greetings or shout outs that you would like to read off, Brother Christian?
I was gonna ask you, but wait, hold on. Follow up on that baking thing that Brother Cliff said. He said bake them at 400 for 30 minutes. So there you go.
Okay, there you go.
If you are looking to bake and do what he asked, then go for it.
Yes.
But I think as for greetings, there's a lot. Forest Hills is live on the chat today, so hello Forest Hills. I miss you guys. We have from Christine Palisak Ateneo saying, good morning, brethren all over the world. Happy watching from hashtag Long Island City, hashtag Woodside. I don't know. I'm not sure if you read that already, Sister Abby, but I'll just keep going. Let's see. There's a from Brother Edwin Moreno. Hello, po. Good morning, po, from the local congregation of Boston. Happy viewing to all. Of course, Sister Kabeti is always on. Hello po to Kalian and Kaden. Congratulations po on your new assignment. Forest Hills, we'll miss you po. Aw. Hello. Let's see where else.
Brother JR says his sweet potato pie is one of his favorite desserts. So I guess we have to try sweet potato pie next time if it's still in the store.
Oh, we also have Sister Jennifer Trinidad saying hi everyone from the locale of Long Beach, Orange County, California. Hi, Auntie Jenny. Thank you for always tuning in. Let's see. I think that's pretty much it. Do you have any greeting shout outs you want to add?
Let's see. There's a bunch of, like, Sister Sandy was commenting, fried sweet potatoes are good. Unfortunately, they lose their health benefits. Hashtag Belmore. Potato soup is from Roblin Fakal. So I guess potato soup is good. And then and a lot of hashtag Cranston and hashtag Wyndham. So yeah, thank you for tuning in to our show and commenting. We really appreciate you. Thank you, Brother Christian and Brother Lance, for joining on. We miss you on the show as well. But I guess that's all for our show today. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you to the church administration for giving us a platform like this to share and speak about important and interesting topics like these. Don't forget to catch us again next week on Saturday at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time, or Sunday 12:30 a.m. Philippine Time. And we have interesting topics for the month of December, so continue to tune in. And greetings to our beloved Executive Minister, Brother Eduardo Manalo, and to our Christian Family Organization Coordinator and SEPSI President, Brother Angelo Aranyo Manalo, and to our District Minister, Brother Sheridan Santos, our Assistant District Minister, Brother Neil Patrick Omelda, our CFO Advisor, Brother J.R. Resurrection. That brings us to the end of our show. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and have a good night.